What is up, everybody? This is Alex from IHE TV. Today I'm talking about the pilot of It's Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry. Go back to where it all began. So a couple reasons I was curious about checking this out. First is that HBO is usually fairly reliable as far as like big, expensive production with quality actors and just quality is usually what I associate it with, which is all the more interesting about going to this director. I don't think he's the showrunner, but he's directing a lot of this. The same director as the It movies and Mama, if you remember that. Andy Muschietti, if that's how you say it. It's the first thing he's directed since The Flash. That disaster. So when the big superhero spectacle franchise doesn't go the way you're anticipating, go back to what made you, I guess, that being It. So I saw some quote from him saying there's a reason why the story is told backwards, this is in relation to the show, where the 3 planned seasons are set in 62, 35, and 08, respectively. And something to do with it being like a prequel backstory explained of Pennywise the Clown. Billy, bro. Sorry, my cat interrupted me, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, it's already been, I guess, greenlit for 3 seasons, very confident. And from kind of a story level, I'm kind of like, how are you going to do that? How are you going to keep that interesting without it just being the basic plug-in formula of group of misfit kids, one of them goes missing, they play detective for a bit, maybe one of them dies. You know, the formula of the original book or movies. So this will be just me kind of briefly talking about the very first episode. The pilot is only out as of me recording this. The 54-minute long pilot, directed by Andy, our guy Andy. So spoilers, I guess. So I thought this was actually pretty bad. All in all, I couldn't help feeling like this was HBO's attempt at, we need us Stranger Things, right? We need the kid characters on bicycles. Stranger Things is like the most watched thing ever for whatever reason. We need our version. So these kids are framed as the new, older, prequel, new, what is happening? So the It movies are very kind of like roller coastery. There's this a repetitive cadence to the way the horror scares are kind of structured and trickled out throughout the movie, with the in-universe justification being that Pennywise kind of hunts his prey by messing with them, using things that the characters are scared of. And the more he messes with them, the more frightened they get, the more kind of cooked they become. So I guess they're more delicious for him. I don't remember the It lore that well. It got pretty wacky, let alone the stuff that was not in the films that was in the books. Like turtles that can protect you from, I can't remember if he's an alien or a god or what he is. It's a pretty cracked out story, but it has its moments. It's kind of fun. The clown stuff's kind of creepy. You don't really get any of that in this first episode though. What you do get though is a demon baby. There it is. Which is kind of the main creature of the episode. I know that Pennywise is like a shapeshifter, so it's supposed to be a fresh new, I guess, take on his prequel clown. In that opening scene where there's the pregnancy scare and the family in the car acting all weird, and this little baby thing comes out, I was kind of hoping it was going to be Pennywise, because otherwise they just do like a bunch of teasing and have people smiling like Pennywise and doing the Pennywise eyes and all of it. I don't know, it's never like sincerely scary to me, it's more just kind of goofy and fun. But this thing really let me down as far as like a production design standpoint. The CG was not working for me. It made it really corny and goofy to look at, the way it moved around. Ruined the best part of the episode for me, which was this cinema sequence, which I guess was supposed to be like a Game of Thrones moment, proving how, nobody's sacred here and we're killing kids in the first episode, right? And like every character that's been set up basically gets killed, aside from 1 or 2. So these kids are no more. I guess the best thing about being in the 60s for me was the costume design is fun. Some of the language is kind of quaint. That's kind of where it began and ended for me. I wasn't blown away by the production value. A lot of it felt very synthetic. And honestly, speaking of Stranger Things, it kind of felt like a Netflix production to me. It didn't feel that grand. Well, about half the story was about these new kids that get eviscerated. The other half is this military stuff, which I don't know where that's going to go. I guess they're going to like try and capture Pennywise or something, as well as exploring some of the racism dynamics with it being the 60s and everything. It's nice to see Harry Morgan, I guess, but there was something off about this whole dynamic and was it like a hazing thing, or like some people broke into this military institution and no one really reacted? It was a weird scene. So some of the fun of the Pennywise scares are as I mentioned, him using fears or elements of your life to frighten you. So for this kid who is Jewish, they do the whole horrifying human lampshade thing, which I feel like is scarier on paper, because the execution again was kind of just like a goofy CG mess that just didn't look that good to me. I don't know, the production design was really letting this down for me, so it couldn't even really be fun, goofy in the way I get from the movies. Yeah, I really wasn't passionate about much that was going on with this. I might watch one more episode, but I don't know if I can even really be asked to sit through the entire thing. Oh, this, the Binky shot was crazy. That was a corny shot for sure. Yeah, there we go, they do the eye and the clown smile. I guess they're trying to build him up, string him along. But if this is the plan where they like keep going further and further back in time, isn't the structure of the story that like we won't really find out in detail what's going on with Pennywise until this third season? Mentioned how with the first season they're only opening a window of the story and it will really manifest in the second and third seasons. Come on, man, I don't really like that. The series will also focus on why Pennywise stays in Derry when he could go somewhere else. I don't know, stringing that along for 3 seasons, not the most confident in that idea. I don't know, maybe I'll stick around until we see Pennywise for the first time, but there was very little I got out of watching this first episode. This baby thing sucks. Yeah, this baby thing, corny, stupid, not scary. So this is not, I don't think this is going to really be for me. So other people seem to be enjoying this a lot more than me. Let me know your thoughts on this. I gotta go off this, is so distracting. Oh, still a baby. There we go. I'll leave it on that. Yeah, I don't really have many deep thoughts. It's only the first pilot, but it just didn't feel like it accomplished that much outside of that kind of bold decision at the end, which was deflated by the bad CG and creature. And I don't know, it didn't have the strongest hook to me. It's kind of all over the place. So let me know your thoughts if you liked this better or worse than me. I'll see you on the next vid. Bye!